You're listening to Weekend Game Plan, brought to you by Mark Ezerzer of Team Ezerzer with the Vantage Realty Group for residential, commercial, or revenue property expertise and results. Call or text 514-772-0771.
Everything's been so messed up here lately. Pretty sure he don't wanna be my baby. Oh, he don't love me, he don't love me, he don't love me, he don't love me, but that's okay. 'Cause I love me, I love me, I love me, I love myself anyway. Hey, everything's gonna be alright, everything's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a good, good life.
Weekend Game Plan gets out into the community with Suburban Newspaper sports editor Mark Lidbetter and the Amateur Sports Report.
Just ahead of Habs breakfast, Stu Cowan will join us in a few short minutes. Canadians taking on the Jets right here on TSN 690 tonight. We'll get into that. Up now, though, as you heard, the Amateur Sports Report. Sports at thesuburban.com if you want to get in touch with Mark Lidbetter for a segment for this show weekly or for the newspaper. How you doing, Mark?
Excellent, excellent. Good Saturday.
And good Saturday to you, too, as well. Let's kick it off with some hockey.
Yes, sir. Well, as the old saying goes, sure you had a great season, but what can you do for me now when it comes to the playoffs? And, well, the Lévis Chevaliers are going to have the entire summer to think about that, as the Lac St. Louis Lions took Game 5 of the Jimmy Ferrari Cup semifinals with a 5-4 overtime win on the road, no less, and that punched their ticket to the finals, where they're now facing the Magog Cantiers in a best-of-7 series. And in that clincher in the semis, the Chevaliers pulled even in the third with a pair of goals, but in the extra session, Christopher Duchesne's second tally of the game propelled the Lions into the championship round. The series opened last night, and the Lions are opening on the road again. They had a tough 4-3 loss in overtime after the Magog squad took a pair of goals in the third to force the fourth period. Now, Sunday, they're going to try and pull even in Magog before returning to the Civic Center Wednesday and Thursday night for games 3 and 4 with 7 p.m. contests, so fans can get out and support the Lions as they try and get to the national championships by winning this series.
All right, let's move on to, this is a nice note, especially with what's been going on the U.S. side of things with funding potentially being cut for the Special Olympics. You have a note about that.
Yeah, because we talked about Sarah Jane Daig heading over to the Special Olympic World Games in Dubai, and she's back home here, where she earned triple gold in the pool, winning all 3 of her events. And this was the first time that the multi-sport athlete has represented Canada in swimming at the international level. And Sarah Jane stood at the top of the podium for the 4x25-meter relay, the 50-meter freestyle, and the 100-meter freestyle events, bringing home the gold back to Montreal.
All right, on to the gridiron.
Yeah, last Tuesday evening, the Mosquito AAA Lakeshore Cougars football squad took over the City of Kirkland Council chambers as the team was honored by the city and Mayor Michelle Gibson for a season that, that was played to perfection. And that culminated with the President's Cup Championships. The players, coaches, their families were all presented with, the players and coaches were presented with commemorative certificates, and they signed the city's Golden Book. The Cougars won all 12 games this season. That was 10 in the regular campaign and 2 playoff matches. And they allowed only a very stingy 60 points to be scored in all 12 matches.
Wow, fantastic. And then on to a Coach of the Year.
Yeah, without the volunteer coaches, where would the kids be? So Mitsubishi Electric Sales Canada was proud to announce that Steve McGrath was the winner of the 2018 Mitsubishi Electric Coach of the Year contest, and that was presented to Steve yesterday morning at the Dollard Civic Center by Canadians legend Yvan Cournoyer. And this took place during the A.B. Singh Ringette Provincials, which is being hosted by the Lac St. Louis region. Now, McGrath is a dedicated volunteer for Blainville Ringette, where he is a coach at the Adam level, a member of the board of directors, and he also serves on the tournament committee. And he's not only dedicated to the growth of his team as players, but also their personal growth with his philosophy of excelling oneself.
Yeah, personal growth. That's what this show's about, Mark.
And
finally, Mark, give me some boat news. Let's just mix it up.
Yeah, well, the two abreast Montreal-based Dragon Boat team is recruiting new members for the 2019 season, and the nonprofit team, which was founded in December 1997, is training for their 2019 campaign. And breast cancer survivors looking for a new beginning can refocus their energies in a positive, rewarding way. And dragon boating has been shown to enhance the physical and psychological and social well-being of breast cancer survivors. It was a groundbreaking 1998 study by Dr. Don McKenzie, a sports medicine specialist of the University of British Columbia, that clearly established the benefits of paddling in these 20-person boats. So to find out about the organization, visit www.twoabreast.ca, and to get more info, they can call 514-387-6132 and leave a message, or they can email info@twoabreast.ca.
All right. Well, for a good cause and a little different if you want to get out there and do something fun. Sports@thesuburban.com if you want to get in touch with Mark on a weekly basis. Mark, thank you so much. Always appreciate your time.
Take care. Have a great week, gentlemen.
All right. Weekend game plan on TSN 690. Coming up, what do you expect from the Canadiens tonight in Winnipeg against a desperate Jets team trying to keep home ice advantage? We'll talk about that next with Stu Cowan of the Montreal Gazette on our Habs Breakfast.